until that day when all are one. To me, my loyal Decepticons.
Okay, everybody, allow me to express my feelings in song or whatnot, so this is animated Blitzwing, a figure that I have actually had my eyes on ever since my good friend Wilku9000 showed me actually this exact same version, the Takara Tommy version. And actually with Transformers animated, not a lot has changed with the Takara Tommy version, only that really the metallic is shinier. It has a better luster. And also, for some reason, this anime Blitzwing was cheaper than the Western Blitzwing by $10. So that's a pretty good deal. So here's your typical Takara Tommy box, except as you can see here, it's based off Transformers Animated. Well, not really. Yeah, there we go. Transformers Animated. And so, here is Blitzwing. Now we look at the side. We've got Blitzwing in his cold, calm, cunning face. There's Blitzwing. Now, on the back, we have a special look into his gimmicks. Okay, I can't read a lot, but there's Transformers Animated Story. His transformation, he's a triple changer, like Shockwave. Well, no, Shockwave's a quadruple changer. Here's a triple changer. We have robot, vehicle. Oh, it says 2 vehicle, but it's robot, jet, and tank. He even has 3 faces in fitting with the show. And here we have more advertisement for Megatron, Starscream. Takara Starscream, by the way, I think is in the right palette. Animated Shockwave, Lugnut, and Soundwave. Now, animated Blitzwing is by far the best Blitzwing because really there's not a whole lot to G1 Blitzwing other than the fact that he's a triple changer for me. And Blitzwing as animated is unique because, by the way, here's artwork. Awesome. Japan got this. Look at that artwork. Looks like something you would see on DeviantArt. So anyway, the story of anime Blitzwing is that essentially he has 3 alt modes. He has his blue face where he's a calm and cunning warrior, or in this case a juggernaut, because after all he has the German accent like this in his cold, calm, cunning voice. He's a lot like this in his calm voice. You see, he's very cunning, and you're always anticipating his next move, but no matter what you do, he always seems to catch you on guard. And also you have his angry Arnold Schwarzenegger face, as I like to say. Well, he's just like this. I'm always so mad. The name is Blitzwing Insect. And of course, you have my favorite, the jack-o'-lantern crazy random face, where I really can't describe him. You literally have to see his face in order to believe it. Let's see. There's, ooh, I want to see him do a fire truck. Can I? Dahaha. And also there's, what else? But with a few dancing lessons, you'll be light on your stabilizing servos, just like me. Cha-cha-cha. And in Transformers Animated, kind of like the dark opposite of Bumblebee and Bulkhead, Blitzwing's best friend is Lugnut because you always see each other together. So, yeah, I'm not gonna take any ships, but Blitzwing here is awesome. He looks like a unique toy, and his 3 changing modes definitely looks unique. They definitely keep it in tone with the rest of the movie, so I'm gonna open it up and see what he's like. Alright, well, Blitzwing's jet mode is bulky and confusing, but still cool nonetheless. For starters, I really like the nose cone here, as it seems to form, although some people can say it's kind of small, it forms to make a nice, long, little front for the jet, and it has a nice painted-on Decepticon logo here. The wings, while some people may argue are a bit too short, also fit in well considering his color scheme with nice purple. The helmet, while you can see, is hidden, I guess, but you also have some nice details and textures. You even have large bolts that keep the wings together. You have these triangles, other shapes, and you even have 2 rudders, I guess you can call them, although the back of this jet does get kind of confusing. And because, sadly, his legs, aka his landing gear in this case, don't lock into his body, he can be kind of crooked at sometimes, as you can see here. But let me see if I can get everything right. Let's see, whoa. There we go, much better. one thing I like about however, one good thing I can say about his back is that the two cannons cleverly become what appears to be fume trails, or in this case, fire trails, or not vapor trails, definitely. So it's a nice little effect to see these two little, you know, yeah, these two little missiles form bits of fuel for when he takes off. It's a cool effect. You also have some nice detail on where the rudders join the main body, although again, it doesn't lock into a place, and really, it's only supported by the tail, and as you can see here, it flops easily. Still nonetheless cool, unique, but you definitely know that this is not the mode the toy was based around. It rolls well and it looks cool, I guess, but definitely not the highlight of animated Blitzwing. So that's it. Now, the conversion to tank is, for the most part, simple. You take the nose cone, separate it from what will become his head. You also take the tip. Let me see, you fold it in. Then that goes into the slot. Later, let's see, you fold the two rudders here, like so. Scrunch them together, as I like to say. Don't fold the wings in yet. Then you're going to want to get these two panels, which later connect. Then you're going to want to, you're going to want to slide the whole thing down and get them past his hands here so that now the top part has main access to the front. And that clicks on there. Oh, whoops. Let me see if it can click on there. It's supposed to make a loud click. Huh. Come on. Fit in there. Blitzwing here's camera side. Oh, wait, I think I got... Oh, here's the problem. You gotta also beware. Lock these two pegs into place so that they become one. Then that locks in there, or not. Huh. I don't see what's going wrong. Oh, the helmet is kind of rotated. Huh. Well, anyway, it doesn't want to lock in as of now, but for the rest of the stuff, you open up two panels here. You put in his feet. Then they snap back on. So there's that, and you're done. And also, you turn these back. Now, if I can only lock this thing into place, what is going on? Huh. Huh. Gonna have to stop here and I can see if I can just lock this thing in. What is going on? Okay, guys. Heads up, locking the rudders here helps a lot. Bring these two pieces together. And here you have Blitzwing in his tank mode, which is essentially a scrunched up version of his jet mode. Though, again, some parts are folded, but for the most part, that's what it looks like. And the top is now on the front. There we go. So, the tank mode, I don't want to say it's better than the jet mode, but everything locks into place better, although sadly the same problem is here. The panels don't exactly lock in. His legs don't lock in, but they're more firm than in the jet mode. Also, I kind of like this new look at a tank, because instead of just having the typical one barrel and turret, you have no turret, but two barrels, or two cannons, as I should say. The missiles, of course, become, well, missiles, or tank blasts in this case, and these triggers can get kind of tricky to press down. Well, not tricky, they're a little bit firm than most other Transformers toys, but they shoot well, of course. So there's that. Also nice and spring-loaded, unlike Armada Galvatrons. There we go. And I also agree with RuneScape 22.8, or I forgot his name sadly, who said that this little red glaring eye does hint at his angry face, which I can totally understand. The only real problem, and it's the same thing that goes on with the jet, is that really parts of the legs can be visible, especially the fact that you can take a little peek at the waist here, and that his head is also kind of visible as well. And here it's basically, the head is basically split between the neck and, well, the lower part of the head, or, yeah, the neck in this case. Though at the jet, it was kind of worse because, actually, you actually have to put, that's what says in the instructions, you have to put his top feet out during the jet mode, and also, you can see, obviously, the back of his helmet easier. So this tank mode is a little better, but it kind of makes problems on its own, as I like to say. Like the jet, though, it rolls well, and because it's smaller, I have more space for me to demonstrate here. Well, not much, let's see. So, yeah, there's his tank mode. Now, when the toy gets really fun is when you need to have one of the most confusing transformations. So what we're going to do is, let's take care of the legs. You pop this panel in, then you pop the heel out. That'll pop the whole, let's see if I can do it. No, actually, let me extend them first. Pop this out, pop the heel out. That will that will give you access to the entire foot. Same thing goes on here. Open up the panel. Heel. Toe. Oh, what a bad joke. Then you're starting to see actually a lot of... let me zoom out. There you can actually see a lot of his robot figure. Afterwards, you have to take care of the back. Pop the... you may want to turn these back. Loosen it. Also separate the wings. So you give this this top access to just kind of duck down. Also you have to So there's that. Also then you're gonna want to separate the two parts here. So now his other stuff is free. Those turning them back form the shoulders. Then afterwards, you want to obviously put the head up. Now, let's see here. There we go. And do they actually snap in this time easily? Yes, they do. Now, whoops. Also, you have to, from their locks, the arms need to be folded outwards, and also these wings go backwards. Not backwards, just back. So, there's his robot mode. He's kind of leaning forward. He's kind of leaning now. So there's his robot mode, and one thing Wilku said is that supposedly, in at least the American, at least the instructions he got, it says... Whoa, let's see. Supposedly, so there is Blitzwing in his robot mode. Now, one thing with the tank barrels is that, is it zoomed out? No. So one thing with the tank barrels is that a lot of people, say that they're supposed to go like this, but Wilku says they make the whole thing look a little bit taller. So a lot of people... Actually, no, I think he said the opposite. I think he said they're supposed to go like this. So what you do... So what some people actually do is that supposedly they rotate them. Huh. Actually, that doesn't work, because then you just can't put them forward. Oh, here we go. A lot of people do this, and they put them like this. Actually, no, I was wrong. The previous form... Let's see, if it was like this... This is the shorter version. So supposedly, I don't know, forget it, I don't know what Wilku said, but some people put them like this. However, other people want to make his turrets look taller, though I don't really see the point. It's only like an inch or two. So, there we go. Now, this makes him a little bit taller. Now, you can maybe say in this mode that he's the tallest animated figure, Though I think even with these, Shockwave can beat him. But yeah, I guess it's kind of like those jokes they have at amusement park rides and cartoons. You know, ears don't count, or in this case, turrets don't count. Also, Transformers Wiki says for people who want to like do it in the show, for example, when he shot Black Arachnia's hand with the ice cannon, that you can maybe unscrew these turrets, put them on his shoulder, and then super glue them or tape them. But I don't know why they say to do that. That would just look terrible. So, anyways, this is what you get with Blitzwing. You get a very bulky, but at the same time skinny robot. Oh, also, how you want to position the wings, it's up to you. I personally don't care that much. So if they're like this, they're like this. If they're like that, they're like that. So what you end up with is a pretty cool looking robot, and this is definitely the highlight of the figure. He doesn't have too many gimmicks, but he has good articulation. These feet are some of the best feet I've seen in any Transformer. They're bulky, but they're not too bulky. They make the robot stand up great. You can actually give him a few shakes, and you can see he retains well, unlike, say, Armada Sideways or even Shockwave when I'm trying to pose him in some cool places. And his articulation is great, but before we do so, let's show the articulation by showing his gimmick. His gimmick is that, like in the show, he has three different changes. I guess you can say he's tripolar in this form. So, anyway, here right now, let me go over it. I'll do some impersonations. You can move his head by turning the dial here, by doing this. Now, some people said that in their versions, it's really hard to do so because it's kind of tight. But for my version, actually, the helmet is assembled kind of loose. So, really, if anything, it's kind of too easy for me. So, here we go. First, you have the calm and cunning Blitzwing. Let's see if I can pose him in a way I saw on a green screen animation. You know, I am biding my time. Okay. There's one example of calm and cool Blitzwing. As usual, Black Arachnia, your demeanor is just as bad as that accursed organic mode of yours. No, wait, I think it was something different. As usual, Black Arachnia, your demeanor is just as intolerable as that accursed organic form of yours. Well, that's how it should have went. Intolerable. Because in this mode, he's a really, really clever German, you know? He's just so great. He always means business. You do not want to mess with this Blitzwing. Because, you know, the blue face with the monocle. Why do Transformers have monocles? Really? Can somebody explain that to me? Why does a Transformer have a monocle? Well, either way, this is just an exquisite mode of animated Blitzwing. Let's see, then you have the Arnold Schwarzenegger face, where it's more Austrian. He is always bad. In fact, on the American version of this toy, this is actually the version of the head that's on the box, on the artwork of the box. Oh, look at me, I am so angry. I'm so angry, I'm about to punch you and choke you all at the same time. Gonna get him in some good articulation poses, just because he is so articulate and so awesome. So there is the Arnold Schwarzenegger very, very, very angry Blitzwing. The name is Blitzwing, insect. Remember it, cause it's the last thing you're gonna hear before I go to random face. It is kind of tricky now. There we go. Then finally we come to my personal favorite. One of the things that makes Blitzwing so awesome in Transformers Animated is his random face. I cannot explain his random face as said before. You just have to see it for yourself. Really, it says some of the most famous things ever. In fact, a few examples are, let's see if I can make him stand even taller like this. So, one of the best things you can do with him... So, yeah, some of his best quotes include... Express my feelings in song. The itsy bitsy spider. What else do we have? Oh, I'll also never forget, but with a few dancing lessons, you'll be light on your stabilizing servos just like me. Cha-cha-cha. Also there's, I will pound them into sheet metal. Oh, right, we already got some of that. Also, oh, I want to see him turn into a fire truck. Can I? So, yeah, and also you can do what I'm gonna pose him in my collection. You can put him like this. You can actually kind of move his fist down, and Let me see if I can do it. Let's see. There we go. Open Blitzwing style. Yeah, this is one of the reasons I got the toy. With the characters such as random and crazy like Blitzwing, you just have to put him in Gundam style. Look how awesome he looks. How great the articulation is. Now, one flaw about this toy, which isn't really a flaw, it's just kind of weird, is that I think I kind of know what the purpose of these panels are. They're like pressure, so that when you slit the two panels that attach the rudder part of his jet to the main body, these supposedly will keep it in place and apply pressure. But here they do nothing. See? They don't shoot missiles. They don't activate lights. You can't put batteries in them. They just kind of click. So I could listen to that noise all day though. So yeah. What was the point of that? Another short problem is that the chest doesn't exactly lock into place, so yeah. But aside from that, his robot mode is definitely one to look into. He's about, let's see, the Western version, or the American version as I like to say in general, is $55. But the Takara Tommy version is $44. So if you want to go for Blitzwing, then gotta get the Takara Tommy version. I mean, look how shiny he looks. It's shiny. Everybody likes shiny things, so kids, get your parents to buy one. So anyway, for Anime Blitzwing, he kind of has some problems. It's not like Anime Shockwave, though. His all forms are much better than that of Anime Shockwave, with the exception of Long Arm. But for here, Blitzwing certainly gets, I would say a 9.3 out of 10, because he has such great detailing. He's such a well-designed model. They incorporate his gimmicks in perfectly. So this toy in the Transformers animated lineup is just a gem. And we've got a police car outside, so it looks like Blitzwing wants to have some trouble right now. So guys, thank you all for joining me in this video. We're taking a look at Anime Blitzwing here, one of the best toys of the animated series, and be sure to check out for some more. Remember, subscribe to Pac-Man 5698's channel, and if you don't, I'll destroy you and hang your body from the rafters of Cybertron.
Support Cybertron. Subscribe.
By the way, instructions. Not too long for a triple changer. And finally, whoa, advertisement. Buy it now, although it's no longer being made. And here we have the other Takaras. They all look shinier. There we go. Awesome stuff. Legends and normal ones. So there's the awesome advertisement, and what is this? What the? RC? What on earth?